It's me once again for the last time for the next couple hours. I'm running Soul Reaver, one of my other favorite games. Hold on one second. Whatever. We'll just do it like this. All right, one of my other favorite games. Um, Sequel to Blood Omen: Legacy of Kain, and I guess we'll just get into it. So up here, I'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and then when I hit say go, we'll do time. So
You got it.
3, 2, 1, go.
There you go.
Right. So you know that whole me about I'm never skipping a cutscene ever again. Okay, so normally I would skip this, but you know, we're gonna play a little bit.
As were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren.
Getting flashbacks to that Dance Central cutscene.
So skip cutscene. Anyway.
It's gonna be me in the morning.
So this is a sequel to Blood Omen: Legacy of Kain. I'm gonna give a quick lore dump of Blood Omen 1. Blood Omen 1, to set up, we're in the world of Nosgoth, that is kind of medieval fantasy type world, mostly just humans, vampires, blah blah blah, all that. There's these pillars in Nosgoth. There's 9 of them. I kind of hold the balance of the land to make sure it's all good. There's guardians of each pillar. I'm only gonna name a few of them because I only remember a few. There's Ariel, Raptor, Mortanius, Mobius, Malik. That's all I remember. The other guys don't matter. Ariel, the balance guardian, she gets murdered, which causes a whole schism to all the other pillars, causes a kind of corruption, and they kind of start crumbling. 30 years later, we play, you play as a nobleman named Kain. Like 20, 30 years later, you play as a nobleman named Kain, who gets assassinated. In hell, the Mortanius, the necromancer, gives Kain kind of a deal. He goes, hey, I can bring you back to life. You can get revenge. Haha. He gets brought back to life as a vampire. As a vampire, Kain kind of gets revenge on the people who wronged him, and then goes on to kind of kill the guardians of the pillars. As he does that, he gets tricked by Mobius to go back in time to kill King William the Just before he becomes a guy named Nemesis. Comes back, it was a trick. All the vampires get killed besides Kain. Kain kills Mobius. Kain kills the rest of the pillars, the guardians of the pillars. It turns out Kain is actually the new balance guardian, and he has to make a choice. That choice is either kill himself to restore balance and make the vampires go extinct, or don't. And he chooses not to. And now here we are, thousands of years later.
I really like, and I did actually take in the lore. I do really like that, like, the lore dump was just like name of person after name of person.
It's a lot more convoluted. I could have gone to the whole time traveling thing and the Soul Reaver itself and
oh my god,
time paradoxes, but we didn't have time for that. So anyway, this is the beginning of the game. We're Raziel. Kain killed us in the beginning because we grew wings before he did. And or so we think. That's why. We get brought back to life by the great Tony J, rest in peace, who plays the Elder God. He goes, hey, you should go get revenge, haha. And now we're here.
Should have had like notes, because I don't think I've ever actually sat and watched one of your Soul Reaver runs.
Oh man,
that's always been Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll explain what I do. That first thing was a time streaming device, or kind of a portal. That's like a fast travel system, which we may use depending on how much I fuck up. So we jump here, we do this, we eat the souls. We gotta fill up our little health bar back there to go further. And our first trick is gonna come up momentarily. Actually. Jumping is actually faster than walking. It's just all they don't stop. So normally we're supposed to glide all the way up there. We're not going to do that. Or we're either walk way up there and then glide across. We're not going to do that. We're going to do a little trick where we crouch, hold the camera buttons once it goes, open this menu, undo that, and then we're going to do a double jump. Because it kind of when you kind of in that menu, you kind of when you leave out of it, it resets Raziel to like a standing position where you could just do that again.
Yeah.
And you skip that whole section. And there's a whole cutscene that we skipped too. Fun fact: cutscene triggers stay. So if we ever go back up there afterwards, we would just trigger that cutscene, even though we've already been.
When was this game released?
To fight these guys real quick. They suck. I hate them.
And when was this game released?
97 question mark?
Yeah.
90. Yeah, that sounds about 695 around there. It was a PS1 game. PS1 Dreamcast. PC.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world.
If you give me one, I'm gonna go grab a snack real quick because I haven't done anything since SADX and
Okay, go for it.
my body's kind of killing me a little
I'll
bit.
explain my stuff. So Razio being a specter has a unique ability of going between the spectral realm and the material realm. It's all different gameplay mechanics. We're kind of going to ignore all that really in this run. Right now, the whole point is Razio wants to, take revenge against his brothers and Kain. So, what we would do is go after Kaya, I think, is the first brother we're supposed to go after, but we're not going to do that. And we're just going to kind of like skip to like the halfway point of the game, kind of.
Aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
So I'm just going to make it safe here, just to not have to worry about, in case I messed up and something, we don't have to watch out the cutscenes again. Go across there.
All right, I return.
That was quick.
I just grabbed a chocolate bar out of the fridge. A nice Mr. Beast Feastables. Not sponsored.
These foul scuttling beasts could not be king of our high blood.
Do you suppose that
I just underestimated how fast I would get a little peckish again.
much has changed since you passed from the world
I'll be.
of men?
Alright, so we're just gonna glide over here, and then we're gonna do another double jump. Well, so we would have supposed to skip this cutscene. There's a cutscene trigger there. I messed it up, so we'll play it out because I don't feel like resetting. What would happen is we would skip this cutscene. We don't have to fight these guys. We actually that block over there, and I'm pointing like people can see. We take that block over there and crush them with it, but we'll just have to do combat for now.
I'm gonna ask you the same question that I asked Antonio. Do you think when I'm at the peak of my tired doing SA2 later, I'm gonna hit like an Ultra Instinct?
Guess we'll find out. That'd be really funny.
I just get really fucking good for no reason.
Your soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Yeah, so okay. And then we'll just get rid of this guy too. And we'll just eat soul real quick just to gain a little bit of health back. So I don't have to really.
Eat soul.
Yeah, come on, you can do it. There you go. Okay. So yeah, that could have gone better, but whatever. I always sucked that part. So we're just gonna not. There's a cutscene for this too, but we're not gonna activate it by crouch walking over. And then this and this. Slow process.
I love block puzzles.
Yeah, we're gonna skip a lot of block puzzles actually. So we're gonna just go up here. And here comes the first kind of big trick. It's called time stop, and we kind of sit in like in between two load zones, and it's like a 2-frame window where this menu comes up, and kind of glitches, and we have to like kind of hit it again when it does it. So this it's either kind of mashing or just get it. You got it. You kind of just feel it. But
Nice.
I don't like the camera, so actually we're gonna reset that because I don't like how that camera. It kind of locks your position.
Interesting.
Yeah, it really like as it even applies time stop, it really does stop like the time in the game. Like it freezes everything. As long as we keep the menu up, we don't drop it. Okay, there we go. Good camera. Okay. So we go here. Coming over here. We log our position here by dropping that and doing that. So now the game thinks we're over there. So we're gonna come back over here to this door. And we're gonna, much like SADX, we're gonna slurp through this wall essentially. Except we kind of went to the wrong spot, so I don't think this is. We might actually, I might actually have to reset, but we'll see. So we'll see if the game wants to. Yeah, I'm not getting enough speed to go through over here because I'm supposed to slurp through this wall. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just. This is why we make. This is why I make a save, so we have to watch all the stupid cutscenes again. Yeah, sometimes the positioning is weird, and it launched me across the map instead of like to the right of the door, kind of is where I'm supposed to go. So
You wanted me to keep the timer going, right?
yeah, keep the timer moving. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no like fast travel thing we could have hit either, so just have to run through it again.
A drop.
Yeah, well, normally that would just be a run killer. We would just completely reset. Honestly, not getting that first cutscene skip that I missed, it would also just be a run killer, really. But I want to show off stuff, so.
I mean, listen, I'm feeling pretty good about our runs the past day so far. We've all kind of been pretty good.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got this done in practice. That was just that kind of like throwing. I'm not really sure why it does that sometimes. Sometimes it just kind of does that, and you're just kind of like have to, you know.
I think like keeping like fuck ups to like manageable fuck ups is like still really good, you know. Like
Yeah.
being able to get back up is very important.
I mean, thankfully we don't have to watch any of the cutscenes again, so it's getting back here was quick. But we have to watch this cutscene again because
I should learn to speedrun one of the Bionicle games, like a PS2 Bionicle game. Oh, a little bit of sugar in that chocolate should pep me up a bit.
These foul scuttling beasts could not be king of our high blood.
maybe I can hit this skip this cutscene trigger properly this time. No, okay. That would definitely seem like enough height. That was weird. Not sure why that didn't work.
God, I love PS1 graphics. I love that it's just polygons and then they just slap a texture on it.
Yeah, right.
There's like the faces are just a flat texture. Good favorite. This was actually peak design. That's why we keep having fan games that go back to it. Such a pseudo-regalia.
It's true, pseudo-regalia.
Yeah, we're in the retro end. The runs.
Yeah, right. I'm like, do any of the rest of our runs? Did they get any like older, and like
I actually don't think so. I think it kind of stays relatively on the newer end.
Yeah, I guess.
SA2's.
Oh, I guess Super Metroid and Link to the Past. That's about it. Though.
Yeah, Super Metroid and Link to the Past. That's true. Oh, Sonic R.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so there's a couple. There's a couple.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so funny, dude. Yeah, guys, keep those donations coming. Again, we hit that $1,000 mark before the end of day 2, and I'll run out and get myself some whiskey for FS16.
So, let's trying to make us some time here. This trick, sometimes you can just feel it like that. Like there you go, like that. You can kind of just feel when like you hit it.
Oh, dude, those are the best and the worst, but, but the best.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna try this again.
So I don't feel comfortable if I ever was asked, if I ever were to get asked to like show Antonio like the skips that I do in SA1 and like help like teach. I'd be really bad with it. Some of those
Why
tricks
do
I
we
just
go
feel
over
at.
there again? Why is it doing that? Am I hitting like a button combination too? No. See, I don't think I get through the wall because it didn't do the thing properly.
Interesting.
I'm gonna hate doing this, but let me restart my game. So transition me over real quick.
Emergency transition?
Yeah. This game is very finicky. This is not the first problem I've had with this game, nor will it be the last problem we've had with this game.
But I reset the timer.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank God.
I'm assuming you're restarting the run.
Oh yeah. Thank God I went with my old shitty time. That's because I had a feeling this game was gonna give me some kind of fucking issue.
From what I've heard, it always has had some type of issue at some point.
Yeah, I should have known something was up when I started it, and it started fine without crashing like it always does. That's what I should have known in the game.
Soul Reaver, are you gonna behave? Yeah. Are you lying? No.
Yeah, pretty much. So
He's got his fingers crossed behind his back. Good time to remember to stay hydrated, everybody. This is Dogwater runs. Get that hydration in.
Here's me launching the game 7 times until it works.
I should transition you on screen.
You didn't transition me? I don't know.
No, I don't know if you wanted me to or not.
I did tell you to do it.
Oh, okay. I transition you now.
All right. Well, it's too late now. I got the game running again.
Sorry, man.
This guy.
Listen, I'm doing my best. All right.
So, we'll just do the countdown again.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go.
This time we're gonna skip this cutscene.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is
But
this?
no lore drop.
What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the
Or should we can't skip these cutscenes?
I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
Such a good voice for the Elder God.
Are reborn.
I can't hear.
Too bad DaisfoDays no longer alive.
Essence of life. It is this
I mean, big rip.
animates the corpse you
Big rip, dude.
lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the
Want to show off the horror one, but I do have saves for
use your
after the boss we're gonna do and all that. But I'd rather show it all off. But
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course.
Soul Reaver.
So
big shout out once again to everyone who's still watching. We are still currently sitting around at 41 viewers, which is great. At 2 a.m. That is, I think that is by far the most viewers I've seen at the 3 a.m. actually now, pretty much 2:52. So yeah, crazy. So big shout out. Whether you're currently actively watching or you have us on in the background, thank you so much. Please remember to donate. All the money goes to Alzheimer's Association. I can't wait to have a compilation of all the times that I have struggled pronouncing Alzheimer's.
I think we've all mispronounced it a couple times.
It's really hard to say when you're like when you're tired and you're trying to give a lot of energy. That ribcage is so boxy. That's the classic thing, Pip. That is a classic PS1. That was actually my ribcage, circa 2005.
I think an interesting design thing here is that Raziel has I don't know if we get to see it. If we get another thing on him, maybe I'll try to turn myself around.
Marco says
or not, but Raziel's got like 2 spines. It's definitely more clear in Soul Reaver 2 when on PS2.
Do you think with that wide rib cage and 2 spines, he could suck his own cock if he had one?
Maybe. I don't think it's now not that, but like, so having 2 spines is that just a trait of vampires, or is it a trait because he has 2 wings?
I don't think it's a trait of vampires. I don't think I've ever heard of vampires.
Well, I mean for this series.
Oh, okay.
Because
Margaret says Wendy did deliver. I'm all over those saucy nuggets of hers. Burger King don't got me at 3 a.m.
It's true. Unfortunately, because we don't see any other like vampire like corpses like this, like Raziel, so we never really know.
Never truly understand the essence.
Vampires vary in the series. I mean, we won't see, he's not in this game, but Vorador, it's kind of monstery looking for a vampire. Then we have Janos Ordrin, who's like got like angel wings. He's like an ancient vampire.
I'm a big fan of like monster movie universes where they play around with the different types of a monster in the same universe. I like that concept a lot, you know, where it's like, okay, you have vampires, but you have all these different vampires. You have zombies, you have all these different zombies, you know. It's like,
yeah,
I really dig that concept that it's like different races and classes and stuff. Like,
yeah, since we skip a lot of the game, we don't see the other like the brood of each brother. They all kind of evolve differently. Valkaya's people are they're kind of like zombie. Those vampires are kind of like zombie-ish. They're kind of like falling apart because of his weak bloodline, because he's the last brother to get resurrected as a vampire, so his bloodline's like weak. Duma, they're kind of like armor-like, which we see with those guys that I keep fighting, but I need to skip. There's that is it Zephon? Zephon, I think, is like the fish. He's like half of a fish, and his brood is like weird fish vampire monster things. And then there's Akaya, Zephon, Duma. There's one. Maybe I got Nakaya mixed up with the other one, but there's one in I had that saved from Dogwater earlier, so I don't see that. There's one that is like they're kind of insect spider like.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Yeah. And then there's the Terrellium, which we you don't see Terrell in this game. You use cut content, but then they turn it into a lore reason why you don't see him in this game in a later game. But his brood is still in the game, which we will see them later. And they're kind of like force projectile shooting dudes. So let's see if I could do. No, that was too short. Okay. That one I could feel is bad.
physical wounds are fleeting, vampires immortal.
I hit my buttons fast enough, or in the right order, like too fast. So I'm going to watch this again.
I rock too hard.
Would have been nice to skip this, but it would have been funny to skip this, and then when I had to come back through here, through the run, I hit it by accident anyway. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, I don't know. Analog. So I'm using an analog stick to like emulate keys on a keyboard, and the game does not like that.
You're doing stop.
And PS1, we're supposed to use the D-pad, and you know.
Yeah, well, because there's no analog stick on the PS1.
Yeah, is he still up there? He is. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually played that many games in the PS1 back in the day.
Played a lot. Oh man, that sounds bright. The only spot of sunlight. Well, there's a couple others, but it's like just like seeing their spots of where sunlight comes through and it's really bright.
I can't get over what Hyro was like, yeah, loading up Mirror's Edge in the middle of the night.
I thought about like, so normally I don't have my light on this late, so I thought about just like keeping it off. But nah, it'd be really funny to have like the bright screen and me and just darkness. But then I decided now to turn on my light.
Also, I don't know how effective it would have been with Soul Reaver. I don't know how bright the game actually shows up on your monitor.
That's true. All right, there we go.
Mirror's Edge was covered in bloom. I definitely could have if I wanted to.
Go through here.
Right, so let's try the book series, The Dresden Files. You follow a wizard working in Chicago. There's 3 different vampire courts, and those are basically the 3 different types of vampires. He also encounters 3 different kinds of werewolves. That's interesting.
All right, let's try to get this right again. So we're gonna get a little bit closer to the door.
Yeah.
Why
Oh.
does it keep doing that?
The mystery of Soul Reaver continues.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm gonna try one more time, and then I'm just gonna load up the Kain save. I'd rather show off going through Kain. I didn't mean to do that.
I know you, Raziel.
All right, so we're gonna have to do this. I'm not sure why the game is fighting with me currently.
Pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit.
It knows what you're doing. It knows you're streaming.
Yeah, and of course, like all my practice runs, I haven't had this issue, and of course now it's like, hey, let's do this. Especially since I'm not even loading up like a weird like file where things can be messed up.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
I meant to load up the other file so we didn't watch this, but I hit new game by accident, so I had to deal with this. I might just quit out and just load up that thing because it will be just faster to deal than not to deal with cutscenes. And if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to just skip to Kain 1 and we'll just continue.
Timer 2, or are we subtracting 9?
No, just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we reset the timer once.
Because I restarted the game and then
you restarted the game, but that is
yeah, the game is just giving me issues.
Game's a finicky game.
I don't know why it's loading. Usually you restart it will stop doing it. Like that load, like it throwing me across the room like that is what I wanted to do later, but not now. It's like I needed to do something else right now, and it's not doing it. It's doing the thing I needed to do later. I just don't want to watch cutscenes again. All right. So we start Rozzy in a weird position I'll never learn. All right, so let's try to just run back there again. I wonder if it does have to do with me not killing those, not skipping that one cutscene. Maybe it's like loading the game for. So what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to get into a part of the map that's unloaded, and then load it in, and then work my way through like that. I'm not really, but that could be it. Maybe it is the cutscene
You never
messing it
know.
up.
Older games, when it comes to these types of clips, are very weird because they. It's weird how many things are tied to like just events in the game. Like.
Yeah. Oh. So we're gonna try it and skip that cutscene again, or for real. Oh, that was bad. I just need to do that at the cutscene trigger later on, and not mess it up. It's just better, faster to just do this. I mean, getting back here is not the hard part. It's just that one fucking cutscene just extends it by so much.
I know it may be 3 a.m., but 3 a.m. is also a good time for donations. Oh boy, 3 a.m.
He's right.
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood
I think there's like the one human here, and like the one human village is so far away from this location. It's just really like, how did he get here? Why did he venture out this far? All right, let's see if I can do. No, I knew that felt bad.
My opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself.
I'm just gonna deal with it. And we'll just see.
Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit
You know,
my
because
foes.
the cutscene trigger doesn't matter. Because you would, even without that, we would kill these guys anyway in just in a different manner.
unfettered from the flesh? A creature's soul
The game just wants to mess with me.
into the spectral realm.
Got a mind of its own.
Or you will be compelled to follow.
Really, I just want to skip the fucking work though. All right. Goodbye. It's quick. I guess maybe I'm doing something too quick when I do that, so maybe I should. So again, loading scene. Sometimes I get timing good, sometimes I just mash. It just depends. Okay. And then okay, I went back here for some reason. Okay, there we go. That's what we want to do. So now we're through there. Where is the door? There he is. So we back here. We load it in. Okay. All right. Everything should be kind of smooth from here on. So we're gonna do the same thing again here, but all right, there. Jump through that wall. All right.
Very nice.
So we would have to kill our. So when you kill your brothers, you get like powers. Oh, we wouldn't want to get the one that needs the less clip through gates, like legitimately through the game with a power. But we don't do that because that takes too long. So we're gonna do that. So that's to teleport me there. We're gonna do here, and we want it to kind of like throw me across the bridge, kind of like that. Okay. Oh, want to get out of the water. So we're gonna walk through this vase, kind of. Oh, let me just kind of get my camera in a good spot, because... Alright, whatever. So we kind of walk through this vase. It's kind of for placement. We're kind of gonna... Look there, do that door. Okay, so hopefully I don't mess this up, because now it's kind of the same thing where I have to kind of do this, and immediately kind of like... Jump and back there, and we just hit this load zone. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much it for like the hard stuff now.
Good.
So, and now we just needed one more clip. I don't want to be too close. Yeah, it's just easier, but just set it up like this. Okay, and this should be good. So through there, and now we're over here. All right, cool. And that's that. So now we drop time stop. All right, and now here's the first boss, or technically the second boss of the game, the first boss of the run, Kain. Don't worry, this is normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's normal for me too. I do that all the time.
We'll get in the room. Don't worry. We'll get there. Oh, now we're in the room.
The abyss has been unkind. I am your creation, Kain. Now, as before, you criticize your own work. What have you done with my clan, degenerate?
So Raziel, okay, now he's in the right spot where he's supposed to be, but we're flipped around.
Damn you, Kain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Oh yeah, all of Raziel's clan got killed too because
You dare to
this whole...
speak to me of conscience. Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare question my judgment. Your life's span is a flicker compared to the mass of doubt and regret that I have borne since Mortanius first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world hangs dependent on the advisedness of my every deed.
Can't skip this, by the way. This is why we're watching it.
To conceive what action you would
Understood.
take in my position.
Classic, non-skipping cutscene.
Yeah.
Unskippable, you know, classic. There'll be a lot of unskippable cutscenes in FF16. I can't remember that one.
See what's become of our empire.
Okay, so you thought all that slurping and clipping was bad or whatever? There's gonna be way more of it in the second half of this run. Like,
this is when Raziel slurps out of the monitor and grabs me by the throat.
yeah.
Oh.
So this is the first boss fight for Kain. We'll fight him again later. We can kind of manipulate where he's gonna go, and we only have to hit him 3 times, and then we're done. So the first hit is gonna be, we're gonna run forward.
Kain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
Did teleport? We're gonna run over here. We're gonna jump. We're gonna hit him. We're gonna come over here. We kind of make like a Y turn, come over here to kind of spawn him over here on this side. And then we're gonna slow it down a little. Oh, I messed up. I didn't slow it down fast enough. Wow, he spawned in the middle? Okay. So I made too tight of a turn, too wide of a turn. He's supposed to spawn over here where we are right now. He kind of spawns on the furthest position from you, but I guess my positioning was not good enough. So he will be over here now.
You weren't supposed to do that.
Man, Kain 2 is gonna be fun because I did not practice Kain 2 in his placements. So that's gonna be a fun fight. I should have. And I never did.
The blade is vanquished.
So the Soul Reaver was a sword forged by Vorador, vampire, for the vampire hero that would arise at some point. That's a whole convoluted thing and misinterpretations and blah blah blah. So the sword has a soul in it, as you can see. There it is. That's why it's called a Soul Reaver. Originally it was called the Blood Reaver when it was first made, but then a soul inhabited it. So when for whatever reason it broke. I won't tell you why it broke when it hit Raziel. That's spoilers for the second game. And I'm not gonna go there. I'll leave it like this because that's a really good revelation of what the Soul Reaver is.
Destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form, a ring.
So yeah, so now the sword is attached to Raziel.
No longer a physical blade.
Also, this is the Pillars of Nosgoth right here. This is where Kain made his throne. This is this room. This is where they are. They're all busted and broken.
The sword being attached to his arm explains those references images I found for the print.
Yeah, it's kind of an iconic thing. You know, you get it like halfway through the game, and it's kind of like the best weapon in the game.
It's bluer in the reference.
The only thing is that if you get hit, you lose it. You need it to get it. You have to have full health, and if you get hit, you lose it. But it comes right back to get full health again, though. That's Ariel. That's the old Balance Guardian.
No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Kain refused the sacrifice. The Pillar of Balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Kain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Hey, Raziel, why are you over there now? I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a camera, you know, reverse shot cameras, and it just was supposed to do that, but it just moved them. I think it's supposed to deload Ariel, but it kind of just puts her into a void.
Oh.
So, all right. So now we're gonna save. Yeah. So we're gonna save, and then we're gonna quit because we need to get back to the start of the game, and we cannot do that without the ability to go through the stuff. So now we're back here. It's kind of the same trek again.
We got
now we have this
a donation from Pip. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Thank you, Pip, you absolute legend.
Thank you, thank you.
That puts us at $450. Which is awesome going into day 2, guys. We can keep going. We can keep getting more.
Come back up here because we want to deal with that cutscene. Okay. Here. Don't want to do that. If you jump at an angle, you can kind of prevent that from happening. Okay. So now we're going to, this is the hardest part. So water kind of still hurts us. We want to jump over that without getting hit. So we don't want to lose this. We can't lose the Soul Reaver. That's numero uno. Rule number 1. Don't lose the Soul Reaver. Because we need it. So we're just gonna try that again. I guess technically I could have got it back in the next room, like you don't need to, but there we go, that was good. Okay. Alright, since I don't worry about this cutscene because we already had to deal with it, but this cutscene still exists, so we're just gonna not trigger that one.
Sitting there waiting for you to start it.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we're gonna do time stop again. It's pretty much up until this point, it's like the same run essentially. Nope. Okay, there we go. And it's gonna differ once I get it and move on. Now let me kind of like Sometimes you get it right away, sometimes you don't. So we might be here for a hot minute. You let it cycle through sometimes, and then hold on, let me
Saucy knocked down the wrong pipe. Wendy throwing hands. Oh my god. Hawk was fighting for his life, just off screen.
there we go. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna keep time stop for a bit. Or kind of for a bit. Not really. We're gonna drop it relatively soon, actually, this time. Log position here again. And so before when the game was throwing me across to the other side, now you want it to do that. And it probably will do that, because it's never not done that when I'm doing this part, so. Or we don't want to on. It said they did that. Said they did it there. That was interesting.
What happened?
Instead of throwing me across the room, it didn't throw me across the room like it was supposed to. I've never had it not do that time. That was weird. Why is this game? It's like doing the reverse strat what I needed to do. Whatever, it shouldn't be too bad.
Soul Reaver has become sentient.
It sure has. I don't like it. Which is like my most like technical run, and it's gonna like be a shit about it. I mean, I do have a save for where after we're going, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. It just saves us a little bit of time. Okay. I think I put my estimate really high.
Good
Like I
thing
knew.
indeed.
It's like I knew.
Good
It's like
thing
I knew
indeed.
this game was gonna fuck with me. Okay. So
How long do you know, in your fastest, how long would it?
like 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. No, you really did set it a good distance higher.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess in a marathon setting, I shouldn't go for these like haha like tricks like this.
Well,
But
you should definitely
you know,
try to show off a
where's
little
where's
bit.
the fun in that if I don't do that?
Yeah,
you know?
you should
Like,
definitely try to show off a bit. I mean, there is a point where, you know, you go, all right, never mind. Like, well, I almost did it with Castle Skip, but I didn't mind. And I did give up on Windy Valley and then Sadex, but I went back afterwards as Metal Sonic to the Windy Valley skip to repent. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely an element of like, yeah, let me show this shit off. But like, also, you know, keep it moving when you gotta keep it moving. Just gotta have that sense about it. Nothing wrong with trying to show off, though.
well, I'm kind of at a point where I kind of had to do this. So, all right, come on, time stop. Come on. Now there we go. Do that. Do that. All right, there we go. Okay. That's what's supposed to happen. So now we go over here. I could get a safety thing here, but I'm not going to. Because I don't need it.
Need safety anything.
Especially since I'm going to grab a safety thing in a bit. It's just not there. So we're gonna drop time stop here next to this guy, and we're gonna have to like immediately jump to not get hit by him. Hopefully he won't. He doesn't follow me this far. Okay. So there's another cutscene trigger here. We're not gonna deal with that because that's slow. Hopefully. So I'm not good at directing this, so I could just glide around the platform to skip the cutscene trigger. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm bad. So we're just gonna do this, go over here, and then just skips it. It's a very small trigger, but this is the abyss. This is where Rozzy gets thrown in and he dies and all that stuff. Okay, and then
yeah, pretty.
Just skip the cutscene. Ooh.
Well, looks like you're going in anyway.
I think I can. Yeah, this is fine. This is whatever. We would have gone to the Spectral Realm anyway, so this is like, we're just gonna double jump our way up here. That should be good enough. Okay, good. We're supposed to have the swim ability to get there, but we don't have the swim ability yet, so we don't. We gotta do that. I was gonna dump into the Spectral Realm here anyway, so it doesn't really change a whole lot.
It changes everything, Jordan. What are you talking? Everything changes.
Double jump our way out of here. This is like kind of the end, pseudo the end game here. This is where your brother Duma is. He's the last one you kill before going to Kain, but which is to our right. But we're not gonna do that because there's no point to doing that. So we'll run down here. We're gonna jump over some guys and not get hit. Though getting hit is not really necessarily the worst thing in the world. It's just gonna. Just takes up time.
And we are at Dogwater Runs. Hate time. Time sucks.
Yeah. So, okay. So we're going to come here. We would need an ability to move that dial to open this door. But we're just going to... Wow. I'm about to double jumps today. We're just going to double jump up here. Okay. So double jump up here. Double jump up here. It's just gonna throw me off a couple of times until I get on it. Fire's there for the show. Double jump again up to this ledge. We're gonna do a normal jump, crouch jump here, and then we're going to double jump out of bounds. We're gonna fly around the door. And then we're glide around the door and we're going to land in here.
La la.
And let's get those guys to open this door. Okay. Here comes the out of bounds gauntlet. Where we're going to be doing a lot of out of bounds stuff. But I'm going to get a safety thing. Which I already have a save for, but I just didn't do it here just to put on the run. When you use these little teleportation devices in case I mess up, fall out of bounds, whatever. Or fall into a void, I should say. So, okay, cool. And then we're going to save. And then there is a loading seam right here for 2 areas. So we're gonna rub up against that. And have the... Right, there we go. Oh, there we go. That was quick. Alright. So this is the Terrellium I was talking about. The 12 brood. This is what they look like. Haha. We're gonna load our position next to him. We're gonna run up here to kind of load in, go through a load zone, kind of load in an area. We're going to run over here to this crack in the wall, and then we're going to do do that, go through it. So instead of doing the block thing, I kind of do like a stab, and it teleports me because it thinks I'm next to the enemy. So we're gonna line up my foot here, and we're going to... Didn't do that right. So I gotta stab and pause, like almost at like the same time. And then I gotta do that, and then I do that. So I gotta flip myself through this wall, essentially. I'm waiting too long to hit pause again. That was too early. Let me get a little bit closer. All right, so we're through the wall. There's like a little piece of floor that's like jutting through the wall. So we want to do this. I gotta go far back enough. Okay, there we go. All right, let me glide over here. All right, cool. Don't mind the Soul Reaver. It's okay.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
We may get flashbang. Okay, so we're gonna come down here, through here, and there's like, we have to walk through this loading zone like 3 times to position ourselves in the right spot. So we come up here, that's 1. Come down here. Don't mind Raziel's head spinning around. It's 2. And there's 3. There's a much tighter circle you can make, but yeah, I don't know. Come down here, we come up to this door, and then I gotta do kind of the same trick but a little different. We do that, and then okay, oh, that was almost bad, but we made it. So we're on through this door, and then we gotta do it one more time through this door down here. Okay, so we want to be like right there. All right, we made it through. That was close. Hit the button a little too early. Okay, so there is a door. There's supposed to be a door here that's loaded. So we go here, we do that, and we're through. Okay, that's actually pretty. I think most of the hard stuff is done, actually. So we come down here.
Good.
Get ready to get flashbanged.
Oh no!
Because all the Reaver effects are gonna launch in 1 second. So we we log ourselves next to him. We run over here. We kind of come to here. Now I could mess up here, but I do have a safety kind of like thing. Put ourselves here. Okay. All right. So this is actually the hardest jump in the game. I cannot double jump in time stop. So I have to get up to that ledge that's like right there. So I had to do like a normal ass like crouch jump and just hope that I turn tight enough and it will just kind of like right, yeah, like that. Okay, good. That's good. So if I'm able to mess that up, I would have to drop time stop, get back up there, double jump, and there's a loading seam right on this ledge here. I'm pointing again, like you can see what I'm pointing to. Right on this ledge here, where I have to get time stop again. If I fall, we're dead. The run's dead because I cannot get back up here. It's too high. But we don't have to worry about that. That loading seam sucks too. It's like the hardest one to get time stop on. There's an enemy right here. We log ourselves next to. Sorry, just flashbang again.
Yeah, classic. I'm already blind, Jordan. How much more can you take from me?
I think that's the last time you get flashbanged. We run down here. There's a block puzzle we're gonna skip because we don't need to do that. And then we're gonna short through the wall. And then we're gonna come down here, this pathway, and then that's pretty much it. We're just now in a long hallway. For the rest of the run to the blast balls room. We had donations would be perfect time because I think we're down in this hallway for like 2 minutes. there's like 6 cutscenes the game would have you watch here, that you know, through these little portals here, which are cut content or things that happen and cut content that gets used later on in the sequels, kind of like time streaming, like looking into the future type stuff. But in time stop, you don't trigger these, so we're just gonna run past them. Thank God, because this would take even longer if we had to watch all these goddamn cutscenes. Kain 2 boss fight is very much like Kain 1, except we can only damage him with the Soul Reaver, so we need to be at full health. So if we get hit by him, if we get hit by him, we kind of get one-shotted anyway. So we kind of want to get hit, but there is like a little healing thing to heal ourselves back up in case we do get hit.
Always good to have a backup.
What?
Always good.
Yeah. So here. And I would make a safety thing here, but I already have a save for this, so we don't really need to worry about it. I mean, actually, we don't need a safety thing unless the game crashes on me, which it shouldn't, so. Fine, okay, so we're gonna drop time stop here. Then we're gonna enter through this door. Disappointed in your progress. Oh, he does say something. Now tell me, did it trouble you when you murdered your brothers? Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
No. I had faith in you. In your ability to hate. In your self-righteous indignation.
Lies. You cannot have foreseen all of this.
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge.
Oh.
To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods?
Time will be on the 3rd hit, and I hit Kain the 3rd time.
As long as a single one of us stands,
All right.
You'll know when that is, because it'll be the 3rd hit, and then it'll go right to cutscene.
sacrifice my children to the void. I can do
I still expect you to say time as well.
I will say time when I hit him.
On the off chance that I somehow miss it.
More than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. In your haste to find me, perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine a millennium ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will
Standing around.
is an illusion.
I have been to
Yeah, it's a lost in around.
Your dirty secret is exposed.
In Soul Reaver 2,
Transform
when you start the game, it plays this again, but they redid it in an FMV. And it's a lot more walking and more action oriented, because it includes like the boss fight kind of, and it's really good.
Even closer.
What's funny is I don't hear the game because of how you're
Hear the game?
sharing the screen. No,
Oh yeah, well
you share your desktop, so I don't hear the game. So I just look at, I just see them standing.
yeah, they're
Like,
talking to each other.
You're like, time is on 3rd hit, and I go, what do you hit him?
Whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil.
3rd hit. I haven't seen one.
Blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the
So
corruption that
we skipped a whole bunch of stuff. Raziel found out that him and his brothers were Seraphan priests, which is like a warrior priest thing that used to hunt vampires. Like Kain picked them to become his children, because when you become a vampire, they all forgot who they were, but Kain didn't, because Kain is a whole different. It's a whole different reason why how he became a vampire, and it's a whole thing. So Raziel goes, man, that was pretty shitty, you know, what you did. And then Soul Reaver 2, you find out the Seraphim were kind of monsters in their own right, but you know.
You await my latest move.
All right, here comes the boss fight.
All right, here we go.
I'm retarded. He's over there.
I'm retarded. Donated. This one reminds me of why the new games have so many invisible walls. That was $5 from Pip. Pip, you are really working your way towards a print.
It's funny. Soul Reaver 2 uses the same like tech for PS2 games. It's kind of funny. I'm just gonna do this to help me find out where he is, because I don't want to run around and do this. So, all right. It seems like he's gonna keep spawning there. I'm gonna get hit one more time by him, and then we're gonna. He didn't spawn there. Why did he change position? Yeah, see, if I just actually learned this fight, we would have. We wouldn't be here. But you know. Okay, good. Yeah, for medieval like fantasy game, you know, kind of like a steampunky area, or it was once this kind of steampunk era, has a time travel and time streaming, and you know,
a lot of sci-fi elements.
Yeah, we'll just make sure he stays up there. Nope, he's over there. Okay, let me just make sure he stays up there. Okay, yeah. Oh, I got stuck on the wall. That's not good. I think a weirdo fucking lip there. Well, they all practice this fight for real. Alright, time.
Alright.
Everyone's so scuffed, dude.
That was very scuffed. That dude, oh boy. It did
So
not
scuffed.
like you today. It did not like you today.
It did not.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where.
I need some coffee.
It
I was trying to question whether or not I needed caffeine. I really need caffeine if I'm gonna make it the rest of the way.
Unfolds completely.
You go for it. The site actually had brought us to the right time we were supposed to for Marco's run, so.
Oh really?
Might have, yeah.
Be warned,
Yeah, so that's Soul Reaver 1. Actually, I would say play this game legitimately. It's really good. I love the writing. It's written by Amy Hennig, who did Jack and Daxter series. She did the Uncharted games, not for maybe did Last of Us. Jury's still out on that one. Depends on who you want to believe. And now she has her own studio. She's working on that new Captain America, Black Panther game, and then she's supposed to have a new Star Wars game coming out too. She's very good at her job at writing.
That Captain America Black Panther game looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. But she did all the Soul Reavers, and not Blood Omen. That was a different team. Very good writing, very good storytelling, and all that. And they did a very good series. Unfortunately, you can't get Soul Reaver 1 on Steam anymore. It's not on Steam. I think you can get it on GOG though.
You think they should remake it?
Might seize upon a chance.
If they remake it, I want them to do what they're doing in Metal Gear Solid 3, because Tony J is dead, and I don't really think you can get someone else to replace him for Elder God just because of his voice, the cadence of his voice. Michael Bell, who voices Raziel, I mean, he wasn't young then. He's definitely not younger now.
I would hope not.
And I forget who voices Kain, but he was younger than them. And he's definitely going to be obviously older now, but like they're you know, so it's I don't know what Michael Bell's been in lately. I have to hear his voice, but I think missing Tony J is kind of the big thing. So hopefully if they do that, if they do remake it, they just reuse old audio and go from there, or maybe they can find someone who could be a good voice actor for Elder God. But that's that. All right, and that's that. I don't want to hold us up anymore. Actually, I want to go to bed because I'm tired. And I've been on the leg all day. So that's the Reaver.
Transition you.
Yeah, heading out.